Good evening, and welcome to Spine-Chilling Cinema. I am your host, Oliver, the Caretaker Collins, along with my lovely co-host, as you can see, the Queen of Shenanigans, Alice. And Alice, where is Bubbles? Has a date. Well, good for Bubbles, good for Bubbles. Oh, really? I guess Smiley is taking Bubbles' place tonight. Oh, great. Yes. But tonight's feature film is from 1947, Fear in the Night. Directed by Maxwell Shane, and also starring DeForest Kelley, which this is Mr. Kelley's first film that he was in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What kind of film is this, Alice? Because the title sounds neat. Well, Alice, this one is more of like a film noir thriller. Oh, great, Alice says. She's usually not into those. She says, so we're not going to see anything spooky. Well, you know, thrillers can be spooky, Alice. She says her expectations are low, but we shall see, Alice, we shall see. Indeed, indeed. And I'm glad you have your crown again. Oh, you're the Queen of Shenanigans even when you don't wear your crown. It's already starting. Oh, boy. Oh boy, but I think we should get to the film. Yes, indeed. From 1947, Fear in the Night.
At first, all I could see was this face coming toward me. Then I saw the room. A queer, mirrored room. And somehow, I was inside it. There was danger there. I knew that. I wanted to turn and run, but I couldn't. It seemed as if my brain was handcuffed, and I had to do what I'd come to do. dream. Those two thumbprints on my neck. They weren't there last night when I undressed. But it couldn't be. It was a nightmare. Talk about your realistic dreams. I couldn't have done it to myself. Choke myself without waking up. Must have scratched myself. There they were. The button and that odd-shaped key. The things out of the dream. I'd never seen them before. I didn't have them when I undressed last night. That button wasn't mine. The key wasn't mine. But if they were there, it must have happened. The dream, the struggle, the murder, everything. But how? Could something like that happen and I not know it? Was I going insane? A jackhammer started pounding inside my head. I had to see if the outside world was still there. The street below looked the same as it did last night. The same greasy spoon where I eat now and then. The same traffic noises, the same characters lounging around. There was nothing the matter out there. It was in here with me. My stomach was riding a roller coaster. I was sick. I couldn't face going to work. Give me Fitzroy 5103.
Fremont National Bank, Video speaking. Oh, yes, Grayson. Mm-hmm. What seems to be the trouble? Oh? It could be the flu. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Goodbye.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Oh, isn't it a lovely morning? Lots of things I'd rather do than work today. Good morning, Mr. Vineyard.
Morning, Betty. Vince Grayson just called. He's not feeling well. Will you take his window today?
Oh, is Vince sick? What did he say it was?
The more I tried to figure it out, the sicker I got. Suddenly, the room started spinning. $40, $50.
Federal 7648. Hotel Commodore. Vince Grayson's room, please. He doesn't answer? Thank you.
Funny he shouldn't be there, isn't it? If he was sick. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
I better check his books, just to make safe.
Miss, would you like to take this money, or should I try another bank? I had to get out of my room, out into the sunshine. I had to stay out of the shadows. And I knew that tonight, I'd be afraid of the dark. I had to talk to somebody about this crazy thing. Betty? I'd get sympathy from Betty. What I needed was an explanation. Cliff, my brother-in-law, he ought to be able to figure out something. I got to Cliff's place just before dinner. My sister Lil told me he was out in the garage. Hello, Cliff.
Oh, hi, Vince. How's the boy?
Cliff, I want to talk to you.
Be with you as soon as I finish sanding it. Exact reproduction of Martha Washington's bed. What's the matter, kid? Something on your mind?
I need your help.
You and Betty have a fight or something?
Cliff, this is going to sound screwy. Last night I dreamed I killed a man. I don't know who or where it was supposed to be. I stabbed him with a steel bore. During the fight, a button came off in my hand. When I'd killed him, I locked the body in a closet and took the key. And then when I woke up... Well, look. And this morning there was blood on my wrist. I figured maybe I'd scratch myself in my sleep, my ear or my nose or someplace. So I just washed it off. That was before I saw these.
You're all in pieces, aren't you?
Cliff, you gotta help me. You don't know what I've been going through all day.
Where'd you get this? I mean, where'd you first get it before you dreamed about it?
Don't you understand what I've been telling you? I didn't have it before I dreamed about it. I never saw it before then. Then when I wake up, it turns out real.
Now, look, Vince. I've warned you before. You're working too hard.
Don't you understand? There's a door somewhere this very minute this key belongs to. There's a man propped up behind it dead. And I don't know where, nor who he is, or how, or why it happened. Only that I must have been there. I must have done it. Or why would it come to me in my sleep like this? And these things...
Now, look. You had those things before. You picked them up somewhere. And you misplaced them a long time ago. And last night you had a Welsh rabbit or one drink too many. So you dreamed up a nightmare. And in it you remember these old things and wove them in it.
No.
Now, don't say no. Either you dream a thing or it really happened. Don't worry. If you dreamed that you had a fight with a guy and rammed something in him, you'd wake up.
It happened, Cliff. I tell you, it happened.
You dreamed it. You had those things before. You've just been stretching your nerves thin, kid.
So that's your answer. That's all you can tell me, huh?
Cliff, Vince, dinner's ready.
If I tell you I didn't have these things
Throw
before...
those things away. And look, not a word of this to Lil. You understand? She's been worrying about you enough already.
You haven't helped me a bit. Not even a nickel's worth.
Well, naturally not. You expect me to arrest you for murdering a man in your dream? Well, the rest will have to happen in a dream, too. Because I'm off duty when I'm dreaming. Come on, kid. Let's get some dinner. And smile for Lil, will you?
You men coming in or not? You want your soup to get cold? I keep cracking the polish off of that one nail.
Are you lucky? Lil's got a rib roast tonight. You know, I'm getting jealous of that butcher.
Vince, why did you tell me you've been working hard at the bank all day?
Because I did.
How are you feeling, Vince? Thought you were sick.
I was. I just didn't feel well.
I kept calling your room all day. No one was there. Mr. Billiard got suspicious.
Can't a guy take a day off? I just didn't feel like going to work, and I wasn't sick enough to stay in my room. Now, why does everybody have to make such a big thing of it?
Vince.
Blood. I washed it off.
I know, Alice. Wasn't that neat? That was really neat. Oh, we're back. I apologize. Alice and I were just talking about in this film where the scene where you can see a flashback in his eyes. We thought that was just crazy cool, especially for 1947. Yes, indeed. And Alice, I don't see any shenanigans. First break. What's going on? This movie has you intrigued and stumped, and you want to know what is going on. I have to admit, did he do the murder, or does he just have just a dream and it's just a coincidence he has the key in the button or whatever? I have no clue, Alice. We'll have to watch and see. Indeed. And Alice, this movie is also based on a story called Nightmare by William Irish. I don't know, Alice. I don't know if he's Irish. You know, that's not really nice to assume that he's Irish just because his last name says Irish. Well, Alice says if you have an Irish last name, it usually means you're Irish. I don't know if Irish is an Irish last name. Alice, you're confusing me. You're making me... Oh, boy. Oh. But yes, dreams. We all have them. And I've read that most of the kind of more like deep dreams that you have are obviously when you're in that rapid eye movement sleep. What is that, Alice? They call it REM. Oh, you don't like that band. Oh, boy. But yes, doctors, well, more like experts, say that we dream anywhere from 4 to 6 different dreams a night, but obviously we can't remember all of them. Oh, Alice. You always have dreams. Your dreams are always with Bela Lugosi. They do say if you keep dreaming about the same thing, it usually means something and you should act upon it. But in your case, Bella's not alive anymore, Alice. Oh, Alice told me to shut my mouth. Oh, my. Oh, boy. Now she's mad. Now there probably will be shenanigans. Oh, but I think we should get back to the film, because it's not going to be called Fear in the Night. It's going to be called Fear of the Alice. Alice says the only thing that she would change about the film is the soundtrack, and maybe have the song Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden being played. I could see that for some of the parts, Alice. No, for all of them? Oh, boy. Let's get back to the film from 1947, Fear in the Night. I almost said Fear of the Dark.
I don't know how long I was blacked out. I hazily remembered coming to for a moment and falling asleep again. It was sometime past midnight when something awakened me. Cliff, I find out.
You certainly did. The truth? Oh, not what you think. Not that dream business. The real truth. But you've been wearing yourself out. Why, you passed out like any neurotic.
Take the key button. You must have often had less than that to start out on. Find out where they came from and find out what they were doing on me. Find out where that mirrored room is.
Forget them once and for all. Forget them.
I can't. They're my only clue to what happened.
Nothing happened. Just selling yourself a phony bill of goods. Just as phony as that idea that the nail polish was blood. That's the kind of trick your mind's been playing on you.
Oh, it can't be that.
And don't crack to Lil about this nonsense or I'll... Well, just don't crack. She's fretted about you for years, ever since your mother died. And right now it'd be the worst time of all.
Now? What do you mean?
Well, I wasn't going to tell you until later. Lil's going to have a kid.
Well, that's fine. That's great, Cliff.
Okay, so now you know, so forget it. If you harp on that spooky business that will help me, I'll drag you off to a doctor. Now go on, kid, try and get some sleep.
Sleep? I felt I'd never sleep again till I knew the answer. I had to find that house where that nightmare took place. I had to know.
I have a lovely house with a mirror-lined powder room on the second floor. Octagonal? No, it's only 4 square. However, Mr. Grayson, if you'll come and look at it, I'm certain...
No, thanks. I'm sorry. That's not what I'm looking for. 6 days went by without a lead. I scoured the papers. Not one line about the murder. And all week I'd been avoiding Betty. I just couldn't face her with this thing gnawing at my brain. Who is it?
Cliff.
Hello, Cliff.
Hi, boy. Wait till you see what I've got downstairs. Come on. Put it on. Let's go.
John, I don't want to go anywhere.
I want you to see my new second-hand car that I just got in exchange for my old second-hand car.
Please, Cliff, I don't want to go anywhere.
What are you trying to be, a groundhog? Lil and I are taking a ride in the country. Little picnic.
Listen, I'm all right. I don't need any fresh air jaunts to shake the devils out of me, if that's what you're doing.
Now, look, do you want Lil to worry any more than she is, after what I told you about her? Come on.
Now, look, Cliff, if you think this is going to do any good...
Don't be a drip. Come on.
Hello, Betty.
Hello, Vince.
Hi, you Lil.
I'm fine. Vince, I want you to know this wasn't my idea.
What do you mean? I'm glad you picked me up.
Well, where should we go, kids?
Or anywhere. I don't care.
How about Solanda Canyon?
All right.
Solanda Canyon. It just popped into my head. Why? Betty and I always preferred the beach. But something made me say Solanda. Somehow it seemed important.
You know where you're going?
Nope. But I got a hunch further down this road, we'll find just the right spot.
Did you ever see anything so stubborn? I'm sure that the ants here are just as friendly as the ants farther down. Now, what's wrong with that place over there?
Nothing. But,
Well, stop then. It's getting late, and besides, I'm hungry.
Okay, my love. That's just what I was going to do. Ah, this is the life. Toss me another one of those marshmallows, will you, beloved?
At thy wish, master. Plop.
Mommy, you're wonderful.
Uh-huh. Just as long as the marshmallows last.
Vince, are you coming back to work tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Mr. Billio asked me to go out with him yesterday.
Well, why didn't you go? Why tell me?
Vince, what is it? What's the matter?
Just forget about me, will you?
What is it? Did I do something?
No, it's not your fault. It's just that... Look, we're through. There's nothing we can do about it. Don't call me up. Don't pay any attention to me. Get somebody else. Get anybody. Be better for you.
Lale, you're a big girl now.
Oh, I can't help it. You know what lightning does to me.
We better go. Hey, kids, it's gonna rain.
Oh!
Only smoke, you didn't have to take me seriously.
Yes, Benny, come on, let's go!
Wipers won't work.
You should have tried them before you bought it, dear.
All right, all right.
I can't stand anymore. Stop at the first place you come to and let's get out of this.
All right, baby, now calm down. No houses around here.
That bridge. I've seen it before. But where? There's a cutoff a little ways ahead, just around the turn. There's a big house up there, I think.
You know this section?
Have you been here before?
There's a cutoff.
Are you going to get us more lost than ever?
No, keep going. You'll come to it. 2 big posts, and then turn the car between them. I didn't know myself how I knew that. But the closer we came, the harder my heart pounded. And the more frightened I got.
There they are. Turn quick between those posts like he told you. Dash for it.
Doesn't seem to be anybody home.
Well, I wish we could get in.
there'd be a key someplace.
Vince, are you going to stay out there all day? Come on in. Let's have some light.
Not that one.
What is this, a rib? How do you know so much about this place?
It's a rib. Your brother Vince, the great joker.
Hello, anybody home? Don't do that.
He's cold. He's shaking.
So are you. Let's find a place to dry out before you catch cold.
Looks like they've been away a long time.
Your being a detective comes in handy. In case anybody shows up, we won't get into trouble for crashing in like this.
Yeah. Let's see what gives with the fireplace. That's a break. It's a gas log. Punk yourself down. Dry out before you catch a chill.
Ooh, I am tired. Come on, Betty, share the warmth.
I'll scout the kitchen. Some hot tea wouldn't hurt you a bit.
Feel better already. Vince, why don't you come over here by the fire?
Place, all right.
Yeah. Wipe your brow. Have you got it?
What are you two doing up there?
Keep her downstairs. Keep her downstairs.
Down in a minute, Lil. Watch the tea in the kitchen. I got some water boiling.
All right, but I wish you'd stop poking around.
Look. That's what he was crouched in front of that night. He must have been using a blowtorch. That's what made that bluish light. It made her face stand out in the reflections like a mask. That must be the one I propped him up in after I... No, don't. Yet. Give me a chance. Cut it out. Dried blood. Someone who was hurt was in here. Somebody who was dead.
Vin, Cliff, come on down and have some tea. I'll take these back to the kitchen.
I'll take it. The rain ought to let up soon. Meanwhile, catch yourselves a nap. Close it. I don't want them to hear this. Now let's hear about another dream.
You think I lied, don't you?
You know how to get here from a dream, didn't you? You knew where the key was from a dream, didn't you? Oh, that fumbling around didn't fool me. You even knew where the light switch was from a dream. If you weren't Lil's brother, I'd push your lying face out to the back of your head.
But I tell you, Cliff, I
You
tried...
came to me for help. But you didn't have guts enough to come clean. To say, Cliff, I went out to such and such a place in the canyon last night and killed a guy. Such and such a guy for such and such a reason.
But I tell you...
No, you had to cook up a dream. I can respect a guy, no matter how rotten a crime he's committed, who will own up to it. I can understand a guy who'll deny it flatly. But a guy that'll come to someone trading on the fact he's married to his sister, abuse his common sense, and make a fool out of him like you did to me.
But I didn't...
I got no use for him. He's lower than the lowest rat we ever brought in for knifing somebody in an alley. Look, I found this key in my pocket when I woke up. I found this button playing on my sympathies, getting me to think in terms of doctors and medical observation. Was that it? Was it?
No, Cliff, I swear to you,
Some dream, that was it. Well, the dream's over with. The baby's awake now. I'm going to get the facts out of you, and whether they go any further than me or not, that's my business. But at least I'm going to have them.
How can I tell you what I don't know?
What were you doing here that night? What brought you here?
I was never here before. I never saw the place till the day when I came here with you and Lil.
Who was the guy you killed? What was his name?
I'm in agony already without...
Are you going to answer me? Are you?
I can't. You're asking me things I can't answer. That's the Almighty, or whoever watches over us at night when we're unconscious.
Who was the guy? Why did you kill him? Why? I've handled close-mouthed guys before. You're going to tell me, or I'm going to have to kill you with my own hands.
Get over there.
What is this?
I'll ask the questions. What are you two doing in here?
You came in out of the rain. That suit you?
Not yet. Identify yourselves and be quick about it.
Help yourself.
Thanks, Early. Headquarters Homicide Division, huh?
How about doing a little identifying yourself?
Well, I'm a deputy attached to the county sheriff's office out this way. Torrance is the name.
My brother-in-law, Vince Grayson.
How do you do? I'm detailed to keep an eye on this place. I was home having a little bite to eat, then on my way back to the station. Say, how'd you get in here? Thought I had it locked up.
My key was under a flower box on the porch.
It was? Must have been a spare. I have the original. We didn't know there was a second one.
What do you mean you're detailed to keep an eye on this place?
Well, didn't you know? There was a murder committed here last week.
There was? I'd like to hear more about that. Sounds interesting.
Oh? No, thanks. I cut them on about a month ago. Always carry a pack of these now.
Nothing.
This place belonged to a wealthy couple named Belknap. Husband frequently goes on long business trips. He was away when it happened, Mexico. In fact, we haven't been able to notify him yet. His wife was a pretty little thing. Was kind of flirty. Was a young duck she used to run around with. His name was Bob Clune.
Was.
Milkman found Mrs. Belknap about daybreak Monday, near a road that leads over here.
Dead?
Dying, unconscious, both legs broken, skull fractured, insides all busted up. Kind of gets him, doesn't it? Things like this are new to him, I guess. What had happened? Car did it to her. We found the car. Blood and hair on the tires. Bob Clune's car. Well, then Warner, that's my chief, he come over here to have a look around. He finds a safe busted in a mirrored room upstairs. Take you up and show you if you want.
Mirrored room, huh?
Well, that gave us a case. Clune knew that Belknap had a lot on the safe when he left for Mexico. He came here, started to heist it, and Mrs. Belknap caught him. She ran out afraid he'd kill her. He got his car, chased her down the road, and ran over her.
Pretty brutal.
All of a sudden, life was swell again. I don't know how to drive, I kept thinking. Cliff knew that, too.
Not a smoke, kid. Anyway, that's a case we thought we had till Wednesday morning.
Thought you had.
We sent out a warrant for Clune. Then Wednesday, Mrs. Belknap came, too. The first thing she asked was, is Bob all right? He didn't kill Bob Clune, did he?
He?
Yeah. What she told us sent us hot-footing right back here. We find Clune's body propped up behind one of those mirrored doors upstairs. Been stabbed with an awl. She died that night. Well, win our case.
Did you get anything on the real killer?
Practically everything except the guy himself. All the dope's over at my chief's office. I was just on my way over there. You interested?
Oh, it's right up my alley. Might be able to even help you find the killer.
Glad to have you come along.
I'll have to tell the girls we'll be gone for a while.
Shouldn't let it get you, kid. This is just routine with us.
I know, it's just that I'm not used to this kind of discussion, I guess.
Yeah, I can understand that. I was a little bit squeaked myself when I first started on the job.
They're both asleep. I left a note. Come on, Vince.
I'll stay here.
Come on, Vince.
Welcome back. It wasn't your plan, huh, Alice? And they're not your friend. This person just showed up. Well, from what I remember you telling me, kind of like a witch or a warlock, and just hopefully whoever it is just chilling tonight. No spells, no curses, please. And you really don't even know who that is? Not really. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, welcome back to the movie. I'm sorry about special guest, I guess. But, oh boy, Alice. But yes, the movie is really picking up, and it looks like Cliff, which is Vince, his brother-in-law, is starting to think that he might have committed the murder. And then all of a sudden, that huge tall guy shows up. I believe the actor's name is Jeff York, and he was 6'4", so it's pretty tall, especially for 1947. From what I gather, every so much decades, the average height gets higher and higher, so 6'4" must have just been like a giant back then. Yes, indeed. Yes, Alice. Not a real giant. Just never mind. Sometimes I wish this show was just a dream, but it's more like a nightmare. And speaking of nightmares, I have read that nightmares can be happening because of stress, if you have some trauma going on in your life, mental illness, medication, just like having a fear of things. But I don't know about all of that, because I've had some nightmares without even like having any stress or anything like that. So This is true, Alice. Maybe nightmares for me are just regular dreams. Good point, Alice. Yes, indeed. Yes, Alice, this film has some pretty cool editing where, like, the screen changes. You know, a lot of films just do fades and stuff like that, but this one did, like, kind of almost like a, I don't want to say starburst, but kind of like that, like a ripped page type of thing. And, you know, for 1947, I am pretty impressed. There's a little bit of editing here and there, but, you know, that's for at the end of the show where I do my critiquing. We don't need to do that now, right, Alice? Correct. But I just don't know. Creepy. At first I thought maybe, I don't want to see your friend because you don't even know who the person is, but I thought maybe like a Jedi or a Sith or something, but no, more like a warlock and witch you're thinking. I don't like witches. No. But as always, if you like spine-chilling cinema, and hopefully you don't like witches too, but if you do, okay, fine. But if you like spine-chilling cinema, we have a Facebook page. You can go there, give us a like, comment, tell us if you like the film noirs and the thrillers, or do you like just your basic monster, spooky type films? Yes, Alice, or do you like or love sci-fi? Because that's Alice's thing, which I'm whatever sci-fi. But whatever with that. But yes, tell us what you think. You know, we would love to hear from you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Plague Doctor might be back in a few weeks. Oh, great! I sure hope not. Alice, you know how to bring a showdown. I tell you what. Oh, there will be a showdown, Alice, between me and the Plague Doctor. But anyways, rambling, Alice. Yes, I'm interested in to see what's going to happen in the rest of this film too. It is pretty interesting, I must say. Usually halfway through a film you can kind of figure out maybe what happened, but so far not so much. So let us get back to the film. Fear in the Night.
Funny, I didn't see anything in the LA papers about it, Captain Warner.
They've been playing ball with us. We had an idea if the killer didn't read about us finding the bodies, he might come back to take a look. Maybe to find out what happened to Mrs. Belknap. Here's a description she gave us before she died. The killer was about 24, medium build, light brown, wavy hair, worn rather long. His eyes were fixed and glassy, as though he was mentally unbalanced.
You got any pictures on them? Mrs. Belknap, Clune, I mean.
We had some photographs taken in the morgue.
Let's have a look.
Got any ideas?
Nothing in particular. Just thought it might tie in with something at our office. Take a look, Vince. Oh, no, you might even know these people.
It was them, all right. The faces in the dream. That woman and the man I killed. Now I knew there was no escape. I was a murderer.
Out like a light. What do you suppose did it? Those death pictures? Things like this sure get him. I noticed that before.
He's not well. Gets these dizzy spells now and then.
It's only since I started.
Shut up. Yeah, that's better. He'll be all right. As soon as I get him home. Thanks, Warner. I'll be seeing you.
Okay.
Thanks, Lil. I'm sorry the rain spoiled the picnic.
You take care of yourself.
I'll call you.
I'm going up with Vince for a while.
My pet, you happen to be in a loading.
Oh, Smiley's on this beat. If he says anything, just tell him whose car it is. Lil's waiting downstairs. I'm going to take her home first before I do anything. I love Lil. I think you love Betty, but that's your business. All I know is I love Lil. Bad enough what this is going to do to her when she finds out. I'm going to see that she gets at least one good night's sleep before she does.
What am I going to do, Cliff?
I don't have to ask you if you killed him. Passed out cold when you saw their photographs and dead. In the morning, I'm going to take you down and turn in what I know at my own precinct house. I can pass it on to Warner. And then I'm going to turn in my badge.
I'm scared stiff.
Killers always are. Afterwards. I'll be back in the morning.
beg your pardon.
Look, he's trying to make up his mind.
Faster. Got her wide open. I didn't think of that way out.
Vince! Oh, Vince!
I didn't want to drag you into this.
What is it? If you were in trouble so horrible that you wanted to...
Darling, don't. He won't try it again, Betty. Just keep that thought.
But why, Cliff? Why?
Never mind now. You go on down. Take Lil home. But don't tell her anything about that. Just say that I thought it was better if I stayed here with Vince tonight. He's not feeling well. Okay?
Cliff, whatever it is that's come between us, promise me you'll help him.
You go on now. And take care of Lil.
Cliff?
I wake you up?
No, I can't sleep.
Have a smoke.
What about the arrest, Cliff?
Cancel for now. When a guy's willing to die like you were, there must be something to his story.
I tried to tell you.
I don't think you really knew what you were doing that night. I think you're telling the truth to the best of your ability.
Oh, I'm licked. I'd rather not even talk about it. You might as well have let me jump. I'm dead inside already.
Still, I can't figure why you picked that way. Most of them try the bridge or poison or even gas.
Thought of that, but this place hasn't any gas.
Yeah, good thing, too. More houses didn't have gas, there'd be less.
Yeah? Can be darned inconvenient if an electric light bulb burns out unexpectedly. Happened to a fellow in the next room the other night.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had to use a candle. Same night I had the dream.
Use a candle. How did you know? Were you in there with him?
No, he rapped, stuck his head in the door. Wanted to know if my light had gone out, too.
What'd you have to come in here for? Couldn't you tell by the hall?
I don't know. There's a little night light around the bin in the hall. Maybe that's on a different circuit.
Still no reason for him to barge in on you. I'd like to hear the rest of this.
There isn't any rest of it. I've told you all there is.
Never mind. Now, who was he? Did you know him? Now, tell it to me step by step, like to a 6-year-old kid.
Okay. Well, the guy's name was Berg. He'd been living in the room about, a week or 10 days before that. Used to see him in the elevator. Chatted with him a couple of times in the lobby.
All right. Now, tell me what happened the night his light went out.
Well, I'd been in bed for some time, reading the paper like I do every night. Just put the lamp out and got to sleep when I heard this knock on the door.
Who is it? Harry Berg from next door. Pardon me. Did I wake you?
No, I just turned out the light.
Oh, you did. The light in my room just went out. That's why I wanted to see you. I thought maybe the circuit was off. Your light working?
Try it.
Yes. It must have been the globe that burned out. Sorry I troubled you.
Not at all.
You're tired, aren't you? I can see you're pretty tired. I'm sorry.
Oh, really, it's all right.
You're tired, and I woke you up.
It's all right. I guess he kind of had a one-track mind. Used to mumbling to himself, maybe. Anyway, he finally closed the door and went away, and I dropped off to sleep.
Now, wait a minute. Are you sure the door closed after him? Did you see it close? Did you hear it close? Did it go like this? Did it make a click? Or did it go like this, without a click? I can see you're having trouble giving me a definite answer. You don't remember it either way.
Well, what difference does it make? Door must have closed. He went away and I went to sleep.
He was standing there with a candle in his hand, and he kept saying, "You're tired."
So what?
Eyes fixed and glassy as though he were mentally unbalanced.
What?
I was just remembering something in the deathbed statement Mrs. Belknap gave to Warner. You say you chatted with this fellow once in a while. What about?
Oh, sports, politics. Going down the elevator one time, he had a box of methylated cough drops in his pocket.
Go ahead, have one.
No, thanks. I don't like them.
Oh, go on. They're good for you.
No, thanks, really.
You should have one. Your voice sounds kind of hoarse.
I took one because I kind of felt sorry for him. Really hate those cough drops.
Testing willpower.
You seem to make something out of this silly thing. What is it?
I'm just guessing, that's all. You get some sleep, kid.
Where are you going? Hey, I thought you were going to stay here tonight.
You're going to have to take one of your hats. I'm going out to the Belknap home and the Warner's headquarters while I'm out there.
Now? All the way out there, this hour of the morning?
I don't know what I've got yet, if anything. And Vince, don't try any more shortcuts. That clock is always a little slow. It's like the horse I had yesterday. Hello, kid. Come on up to your room. A little called a while ago. She's been worried.
Married to a cop for 15 years and still worried. You didn't tell her anything?
No.
Good. Have you been up there all this time till now?
I went back to town once in between, get something I needed, get a leave of absence.
What for?
I'll tell you later.
Welcome back. Alice just won't let me have any fun. She wants to know why you're wearing that silly hat. This is my private investigator hat. And I'm trying to figure out who done it. Alice says the hat is utterly stupid. Lovely. But it looks like there might be another thing going on now in the film. It looks like Cliff might want to talk to Mr. Bird, maybe. Maybe he had something to do with it. What? I have no idea. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yes, indeed. Who is my favorite private investigator of all time? I don't know. I don't know. I probably would have to say... That's a hard one. Well, I did like the TV show Simon and Simon. Alice says, of course you would. Oh, boy. What about you, Alice? Alice says her favorite was Inspector Gadget. Oh, really, Alice? Alice says, Inspector Gadget kind of reminds her of me And she is Penny, and she does all the work and figures everything out. Anyway, but yes, this movie, trying to figure out if it's a dream or if it's real or what's going on. I dream a lot of being chased. When did you become the expert of dreams? Alice says, being chased in dreams means that you are neglecting an issue or a person in real life, and you need to confront it. You want me to get a couch and lay down? Oh boy, Singman Alice. No, we're not going there, Alice. Oh my goodness gracious. Tell me about your mother, she says. What in the world? But yes, this movie's really, really picking up. You know, I'm really liking it. This was kind of a hidden gem. We really had to dust off the vault for this one. Indeed. But I am liking it. And, oh boy. Alice says that DeForest Kelley is kind of dreamy. Not like Alice, and not like Bella, but yeah. So that matters to Alice. Alice. Anyways, let us get back to the film. The last home stretch of it from 1947. Fear in the Night.
Open it. Well, who is it?
It's Bert. The man had the room next door. Where'd you get this?
I didn't have to ask you who it was. I already know it from the desk clerk. A couple of others I showed it to when I stopped back here early this morning. He's also Dorothy Belknap's husband, Louis Belknap.
What about me? Does this mean... Was he the one who...
There's no out in this for you, Vince. Not yet. I checked your fingerprints with the ones worn from the mirrored door. You found your way into Belknap's home. You punctured Bob Clune's heart with a bore and shoved his body into a closet.
And Mrs. Belknap?
You didn't kill her. You can't drive. We think Belknap drove you up there. Was waiting for you outside. Mrs. Belknap ran out and her husband, using Clune's car, deliberately ran over her.
Why didn't I know what I was doing?
We think we know why, Vince. But there's only one way to prove it. Show that it could have happened in the first place by making it happen all over again.
I mean, go back and commit the crime over again?
Not exactly. You've killed a man, Vince. Right now, you're guilty. We've got to prove you didn't know what you were doing and why you didn't know.
What do you mean?
We haven't got much time. They located Belknap yesterday. He's flying back from Mexico this afternoon. He wired Warner to have his wife reburied in the family plot today. He'll be back in time for the funeral. Get your coat on.
Where are we going?
It's the place you'd rather not go than all other places right now.
The mirrored room where
I know, kid. It's not going to be easy. You've got to go back there and stay tonight and wait for Belknap. He may be a dangerous killer, but it's your one chance to save yourself from paying for a murder. Think you can make it?
I was scared sick, but I got back into that house before Belknap returned from the funeral. A couple of friends drove back with him. I waited upstairs looking down into the living room as they said goodbye.
Why don't you come and stay at our place tonight, Louis?
Yes, we'd love to have you.
Don't worry yourselves about me.
Good night.
Good night.
He was coming up. My blood turned to water. I wanted to scream out, to run away from there. But I had to stay. It was my only chance to save myself.
How'd you get here?
You showed me the way, didn't you?
You remembered coming here?
You didn't think I would, did you?
You couldn't have.
Then how'd I get here? You explain it.
How long have you been in here? Like this?
Since shortly before dark. I got in while you were at the funeral.
Who'd you bring with you?
Just this.
You remembered the drive up? You couldn't have. You had the look. The typical look
of the hypnotized subject. I faked it. I was holding a thumbtack pressed into each palm the whole way, so I wouldn't go under, no matter how good you were at it.
Then why did you do everything I directed? When I put the knife in your hand and told you what to do, you took it, eh?
I thought maybe you'd pay off to keep me quiet. And then if I balked, I figured I'd get a knife in my back.
But what happened? What went wrong inside? I let you out of the car, told you what to do.
I dropped the knife somewhere in the dark, but I came up anyway. Clune was stealing your dough and about to run out with your wife, wasn't that it?
Yes. Yes. But how?
I would have been killed by Clune, only your wife handed me a boar by mistake, and I had to use it to save myself.
Oh, that explains how she got out of the house. I had to finish her with his car. I might have known you were under imperfect control.
Oh, your control is perfect enough, Belknap. Don't let that worry you. You still have the knack.
But you just said...
Yeah, and you fell for it. I didn't know what I was doing when I came up here to do your dirty job. I'd never found you, but I saw your picture in the paper as a husband of the murdered woman and recognized you as Bird. I didn't come here to be paid off for what I did. Even though your will is stronger than mine, you know you couldn't make me commit murder. I killed that man in self-defense. But I'll never be able to clear myself in the eyes of the law. Ever. I'm going to make you pay for doing that to me. Now. This way.
Wait. Don't do that. Alive, maybe I can do something for you. I'll give you money. I'll get you out of the country. No one will know.
My conscience will know. I've got an honest man's conscience in a murderer's body. You should have let me alone, Belknap. That was your mistake.
Wait, 1 minute. Give me 1 minute to make you see. Just 60 seconds. You don't want to kill me. Those two were plotting against me for months. I knew it. That's why I planned the whole thing. I had to do it. Don't you understand? You can understand that.
Stop it, Belknap.
Just a few seconds, please. You don't want to kill me. Look up. Look up, please. See? Just 30 seconds. And I'm sure I can make you understand. Just a few seconds.
Shall we take him now?
We've got to let him finish. We've got to have proof for a jury that he can actually put him under.
Just 15 seconds, that's all. That isn't much, is it? 15 seconds. Killing me won't calm your conscience. You don't really want to kill me, Grayson. Drop your gun. It's too heavy. Drop the gun, Grayson. Drop it. You're too tired to hold it up. Just drop it. You'll feel so much better. Just let go of it. Better still. Give the gun to me, Grayson. You're tired. Tired.
That horrible curtain closed over me again. couldn't fight it. I knew he was taking me somewhere. I didn't want to go, but my brain was handcuffed. And I was walking through another nightmare.
Quiet. We better get up there quick.
Hurley, Warner! He's got him out in the car by the garage.
Write what I say. I am wanted for the murder of those two people at the Belknap house. I have no chance. I see no other way out. Sign it. Vincent Grayson.
Look down there.
All right, get out.
Take off your coat.
This way you'll find peace.
Are you all right now, kid?
Yeah. Yeah. All of a sudden, I'm all right.
I'll see you inside. Too bad you have to go through the arraignment, Grayson, but good luck.
Thanks a lot for everything.
Come on. Vincent must have been horrible.
It was.
If I didn't read the newspapers, I'd never know what my wonderful husband's doing.
If you knew, you'd never have let me do it.
Vince, we better go face the judge.
Don't worry. You've got a perfect plea of self-defense. Come on, Mother.
Scared, darling?
I'll be glad when it's over.
I'll be right there with you all the time.
I kind of figured Mr. Bird there was part of the problem, Alice. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Very good sleeper film. And no, Alice, that doesn't mean you go to sleep while you watch it. You know, kind of a hidden gem. Like I was saying, we really had to dust off to find this one. But I'm glad we did. This was a good film. I liked it a lot. Alice, you liked it a lot too. Wow. Are we dreaming? We agree on something? Haha, Alice says. Okay. But yes, one of the little things I had at the end is how Vince kind of quickly explained why he wasn't entirely hypnotized. You know, he had like pins or something in his hands to keep him alert and stuff like that, which was neat, but it seemed a little rushed, that part. I loved how they changed scenes. There was so many different ways they did the fades and everything. I really liked that. Acting was not bad. I don't think there was really any real bad acting that I saw. Especially considering this was DeForest Kelley's first cinematic appearance. Yes, indeed. All right, well, I'm going to review the film, Alice, and I am going to give this film, Fear in the Night, an 8 out of 10 shovels. Alice says that's a little high. She gives it 7. 7.5. She changed her mind because she thought DeForest Kelley was good looking. Oh, Alice. Oh. I would have gave the film a 10, but the ending was a little rushed. The whole explaining of why he wasn't, and stuff like that. I was worried that he was going to drown. because it would have been an episode of Spine-Chilling Cinema where somebody drowns and a witch is in it. Two worst things that I, the caretaker, do not like. Yes, Alice, nobody should like drowning. I'm just saying that's like my biggest way of dying. I don't, yeah. Yes, Alice, dying is bad, period. But I'm not going to get into this, Alice. But we hope you enjoyed the show. And this is where Alice usually picks a cartoon, but we decided we're gonna change it up a little bit. And Alice was like, I gave her the idea, and she said that's fine, considering she's in this little video as well. We are going to show you a little bit of part of the performance of the Fiendish Phantoms, a band that I play guitar in, that when we performed at the Crucible in Madison, Wisconsin. So we hope you enjoy that. We hope you enjoy that. And yes, Alice, you were on stage. You've always been on stage with me whenever we perform. Because if I didn't, I'd hear it the rest of my life. Oh, nothing, Alice. Nothing. So we have come to the end. So for myself, Oliver, the Caretaker Collins, the lovely queen of shenanigans, and always on stage with the Fiendish Phantoms, Alice. Trusty Cat Bubbles is on a date. Smiley, you've been pretty relaxed back there. I'm digging it. Really, Smiley's sleeping? How can you even tell? I don't even... And the Warlock Witch, thanks for hanging out and not making problems. But yes, as always, we cannot wait to see you again.